you now.
Oh, you got me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you though, Ike. I mean, it's I would just like to see us continue to get the ball down there to Janai. I mean, they double. It seemed like they started to double there at the end of the first half versus what we saw Ole Miss. Like their game plan was to double Janai every time they got it down low. If they're gonna let Ford go 1-on-1 in the post, let's just keep feeding the big dog, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Tennessee feels like the way that they just classically play defense is going to allow them to neutralize Janai Broome, or what they're saying is, all right, let Janai go crazy. None of your shooters are going to get off, though, right? And if Auburn recognizes that and says, okay, if they're just going to let Janai go crazy, well, let's just keep feeding him. And I think Auburn just needs to be committed to the idea that maybe Janai's got to score 40 to bring him home in this one, or he's got to do a better job of drawing fouls and making the free throws. But here's the thing that's kind of, as you don't, it's underscored in the fact that he's getting to the free throw line as he's drawing fouls, right? And he's putting guys who typically defend him well in foul trouble. And so he needs to be able to go at those guys and make sure that the good defenders that they have aren't available to defend him, because Tennessee doesn't like going to their bench to sub in bigs. They really want to keep it being Akpara and what's the other kid's name for them? Milicic, Akpara, and Phillips. Those are the guys that they really want to have defensively against Broome. And if he can get one or two of those guys in foul trouble, he's going to feast on whoever they bring off of the bench. So Auburn needs to be just committed to that idea.
What do you think? There's anything that Auburn can do to kind of get Tahad going? Tahad's struggling a little bit to find a shot here lately.
Say it again. Now it's loud as crap. I can't hear you. So hold on. Let me see if I can. Go ahead.
I was just saying, is there anything that you think that Auburn can do to kind of get Tahad Pettiford going? Because Tennessee's obviously giving him hell right now. He's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I think for Tahad, it's really just more about, like, I don't think that there's a lot of action being run for Tahad when he's in the game right now. Like, you haven't seen the double screen action that he normally came off of when he was lighting it up versus Houston. They're really trying to turn Tahad into a facilitator offensively for Auburn. I think Auburn needs to do a better job with Tahad Pettiford of just getting him some design looks for him to get the shot off. Everything he's doing is off the dribble, off the bounce. It's not really that pin down curl action where he comes around off of a curl to shoot. You haven't seen them run that at all in this game. So maybe something intentional to get him the ball. Same thing for Miles Kelly. Normally they run that corner action for Miles Kelly to get him an early shot. They didn't do that in this game. So I think Auburn has decided they're going to work through Janai Broome initially, but they need to, I think, in the second half, which they did a good job of in the second half versus Alabama, come out and say, okay, we're going to get some of our shooters some good looks, and hopefully they'll do that in this game as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that I'm most proud of, Ike, is the way that Auburn's protected the basketball. Like, we know the way Tennessee plays defense. We've already played Tennessee, so they've kind of seen us. And for Auburn to still be protecting the basketball this way, we were at like 10 minutes to go, and like you alluded to, Tennessee was shooting over 64%. So do you think is that going to keep up? Probably not. So I like where Auburn's at. I really think this is going to be a game that's going to come down to one or two big shots. And the free throw line. Like, the free throw line is probably going to be taking care of the basketball. And the free throw line probably going to be the difference in this one if it keeps playing out this way.
Yeah, I mean, in a game like this is where Janai Broome has got to be the player of the year, right? And that includes making free throws.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I don't know. It looks like a mismatch. It looks like they don't have anybody that can really handle them. It would be nice if Chaney could get in there and kind of help him out in that front court and get going. It looks like a confidence issue with Chaney. I was hopeful that when he hit that three, that he was going to kind of get going, and then you see him airball one in the paint down there. We need to see him. He needs to see the ball go through the hoop a couple of times. We need him to get hot, but I like it, man. I think we're in a good spot, and I think Auburn's going to pull this one out. I really do. I think Auburn's just a better team. I think you've got the better player on the floor. So as long as Auburn doesn't beat themselves, make it, run the offense through four and let everything else kind of play out. And I'll tell you something else that I really liked. I mean, me and you've just talked about it before, is Denver Jones getting to the basket. Over 50% of his field goal attempts on the year are from the three-point line. And I get it because you can stroke it. So that's great. But I like to see Denver getting downhill and getting to that free throw line, because I like having 90% free throw shooters on the damn line, but he also has the ability to finish at the hole, and then he can open up that three-point shot as well. So for me, we had this stretch where I felt like we fell in love with shooting the ball 25 feet from the basket when you don't really need to. And Tennessee is pressuring the ball high. I mean, they were trapping up there at half court a couple of times. You break that trap, and obviously you've got a guy wide open. So I think we're in a really good spot right now, man. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn is definitely where they want to be in this game. I remarked earlier, like this game is not going to even be close to a 50-point game like it was in Neville, but it cooled off a bit, right? We're in the 30s right now, so it looks like it's going to be maybe a mid-60s game. But if Auburn can push this out and somehow score 40 points in the second half, I think that gives them the win, because Tennessee, when you look at their wins on the season, they don't do well when teams score over 70 points. Like, I think it dramatically increases your ability to win that game if you can score over 70 with Tennessee, just because they don't score well. Chaz Lanier came out hot in this game, cooled off because Auburn's defense ratcheted up the intensity on him a bit. So Auburn just got to do a good job in the second half of being better defensively and not getting the cheap fouls that puts Tennessee on the free throw line. That's what I'm going to be looking out for here is, can you protect the basketball better than you did in the second half versus Ole Miss? And can you keep yourself out of the early free throw situation when you put them in the bonus?
Let me ask you this. Let's say it plays out the way we want it to play out. Auburn finishes the second half strong and wins the game. You want that rematch with Alabama, or would you rather see Florida again and make up for that ass whooping they handed us?
I don't care. Bring on whoever.
I said,
bring on whoever.
I said, I want all the smoke. I hear you.
All of it, bro. Like, whoever it is. I think we match up better with Alabama, but I don't care. It's revenge either way. And as soon as Shaney Johnson comes out of the locker room, he is in the paint working on baby floaters. He walked straight to the paint. He didn't go out here and start shooting threes. He went straight to the paint and started putting up floaters.
Yeah,
we're about 250 here from the second half starting, so we'll be getting started here in just a minute. I'm gonna hop out officially this time, so we can get ready for the second half, and I'll let you get back to it, man. But just wanted to hop in real quick on you guys' situation.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for providing us the update live there for courtside from Bridgestone Arena. Our guy Ike Jones pumping out this dope content like he always does. Appreciate you, big dog. All right, so Ike hopping on, giving us his perspective from inside Bridgestone.